Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer, and today at a special time of 8 p.m. we have a special person to share his thoughts on what is happening in Kerala. You all read about the double murder and the call by Dr. Subramanian Swamy that this Pinarayi Vijayan government should be dismissed by the Ministry of Home Affairs and that the law and order has really deteriorated in Kerala. Now, to understand this and to understand some of the other undercurrents, let's welcome our guest of the evening, Shri G Mohandas. Mohandas ji, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel.
Namaskaram.
So, Mohandas, please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead, sir. No, please go ahead. I thought you were saying something.
Tell me.
I thought you wanted to say something, that's all.
No, I was telling you that we are speaking in some of the most volatile moments in Kerala. That's my first comment.
Yes, indeed. And to get a little bit of perspective here, the killings that are happening against Hindu activists, you can call them perhaps, some of them are RSS, some of them are not. And I'm also including Tamil Nadu in this, because there was a guy called Ramalingam who was brutally killed, and he was killed in a halal way by PFI. And then, we covered this in much detail in another hangout with Major Madan Kumar. You can go and watch that, and perhaps we can even put that in our show more section so you can get an additional perspective. Now, this event that happened in Alappuzha is something that is even more grotesque. So there is always this killing and then a reverse revenge killing and retribution, if you will. This has been happening for a long time. Now, Shri G Mohandas ji has done extensive research on this. He came out with a document. Again, that document will be part of the Major Madan Kumar interview. We will even put that link in this interview also, this hangout also, so that you can go and read that 2010 report that Shri G Mohandas had written. Mohandas ji, take it away and take us back wherever you want to, and then move forward, because what we are seeing is PFI is not shy about making its killings known. So which means they want somebody, maybe the population of Kerala or maybe some people, to be in a constant state of fear. Now, why is the government not banning this organization? Because this came out of Simi. And again, there was no surprises there. So there are lots of these small things. I leave it to you as to where you want to start. I will only briefly ask you questions whenever there is a need for it. So take it away, sir.
See, first of all, let me speak about the ban. Banning an organization doesn't mean anything. You cannot curb their activity by banning the organization, because organization can immediately change its name and start working as if nothing has happened. It's only that you have to remove a board, destroy your letterheads, print new letterheads. For example, you take Popular Front. If you ban it, overnight they will put a board as Unpopular Front, and they will continue their activity. This activity is to be banned. Activity has to be made unlawful. So many activities of these people have been made unlawful, but still there is a large portion which has not been attended. Now, what is happening in Kerala is, last time when we met, I told you, Kerala's Muslim population has either reached or even crossed 35%. All over the world, you see, wherever Muslim population is 35% or more, they behave in a particular manner. And the same pattern can be seen in Kerala also. You take the total murders, excluding murders with personal reasons, some family dispute or territorial dispute, something. Leave all those things. Socio-political and religious murders. If you take the number of deaths, the number of Hindus who died is overwhelmingly high compared to the number of Muslims. Very few Muslims have been killed, very few. And the general tendency in Kerala was to paint every murder as either RSS killing CPM or CPM killing RSS. It was not true. In fact, I wrote this in 2012 in an article. I said, this is what is happening in Kerala. These groups are unnecessarily creating enmity between CPM and RSS. And both organizations have a big, huge Hindu base. To spoil the Hindus, what should you do? Put Hindus against Hindus. That is what Islamic jihadis were trying to do. And they were by and large successful in that operation. You take the number of Hindus who died. I am not making a baseless allegation. In fact, Kerala police have filed at least 7 reports in various courts saying that our investigation was wrong. This was not a clash between RSS or CPM. This murder was conducted by Popular Front of India or jihadi names. You know, they have several names. Morning they have a name, Jaish-e-Mohammed. Afternoon it will be Indian Mujahideen. By evening it will be Jamaat-e-Islami. By night it will be Social Democratic Party of India. All these names are being used. And 7 reports were filed by Kerala police that our investigations were wrong. All these murders were. Yes, sir.
A brief request, sorry to interrupt you, sir. A request to all our viewers to like this video because we would like this to go viral. I think something is happening because I'm just watching the count of the viewers. There is something interesting happening. I'd like every one of you watching to please like this program. That way this will spread more viral than it is doing now. Sir, please continue. My apologies.
So the modus operandi which was adopted by these jihadi elements was, you kill a Hindu and put a saffron kerchief there so that it will be attributed to RSS. And the dead body will be immediately owned by CPM. They will say that, oh, RSS killed our man. That man may not be a CPM man, but they will find out some connection. The very same thing was happening with RSS also. You kill somebody and put a small leaflet printed by CPM for some purpose, some propaganda leaflet. That will indicate that, oh, the murder was committed by CPM. All channels will blare that, oh, CPM killed RSS. And RSS also will happily play victim card. They themselves don't know the man who killed was RSS or not. Lekin kya hai? See, you are getting a victim. You can play victim card with that. Both RSS and CPM fell into this trap, and this was going on for years together. Even after police filing 7 correction reports in court, neither RSS nor CPM realized this fact. But their cadres knew, their district level leaders knew. Now recently, just yesterday, there was CPM organization elections are going on now. A man who was thrown out from the district committee of Ernakulam, he made public statement that jihadi elements have thrown me out. They have taken over the party. I was innocent. I was resisting them, but I became a minority now. I am thrown out from the party. Now even the chief minister cannot speak against jihadis because his party and his administration is being run by jihadis now. But even today, the technique is being swallowed by everybody. Now you see, I will take 2 examples which happened yesterday within a gap of 10 hours. A Popular Front or SDP, Social Democratic Party of India. The another thing is Popular Front of India. वो सब छोड़ दो. I just call them jihadis, Islamists, radical Muslims. Oh, one radical Muslim leader was killed. Which was the place? It is the border between Alleppey and Cherthala. That is called Mannancheri. Mannancheri is, for the past at least 15-20 years, is a Muslim majority area. Everyone knew that. There are several Muslim strongholds in Alleppey district. Not only Mannancheri. The second murder which happened, wherein a BJP leader was killed, that is also a jihadi adda, that is called 𝗍𝗚𝗀𝗀𝗀, right in the heart of Alleppey city. You travel further southwards, you have several Muslim pockets there. Anyway, I know that geography. That is why I am telling you. The first killing of the jihadi was done in a jihadi infested area. It is their adda, it is their headquarters almost. Now, which RSS man will go to the headquarters and kill somebody? Therefore, I suspect some foul play there. There is a difference between the jihadis in Alleppey district and in other districts.
Wait. You said some foul play. So what you're saying is that the murder occurred in a Muslim-dominated area, and the murder occurred of a Muslim. Therefore, there is something beyond what meets the eye. There's something going on beyond what meets the eye. Did I understand you correctly, sir?
Yes, precisely. Yeah. That is what I am saying. Now you see, first 5 hours of TV channel videos, everything is available in YouTube. You see, Popular Front jihadis were shouting against the government, saying that CPM killed our man. That was their argument. But after 4 to 5 hours, they shifted the blame on the head of RSS. RSS could not have gone into their headquarters and killed somebody. RSS is very weak in that area. There is an RSS pocket nearby Mannancheri, but that is around 3 kilometers away. And that is what I was starting to tell you. The jihadi elements in Alappuzha district are different from jihadi elements in other places, though they are organizationally connected. The rampant use, misuse and abuse of this LSD, what you call all this drugs, is prevalent in Alleppey in Muslim community. Number 2, there is serious infighting going on to snatch the leadership. That is also going on in Alleppey district amongst jihadis. They have serious internal problems in jihadis. Therefore, I suspect that they needed a victim and they themselves have killed their own leader so that someone else can become a leader and blame the CPM. But later on, they realized that RSS is a better option. So the blame was shifted to RSS. Otherwise, I know the place. I am telling you, RSS cannot go there and kill somebody. And the second murder, wherein the BJP leader was killed, that is in 𝗍𝗚𝗀𝗀𝗀, that is in the heart of Alleppey town. That also is an adda of Popular Front. So it is quite natural that they can kill a man within 10 hours. Even they could have killed him within 5 hours of the other murder. I wonder why they took 10 hours, because it is a huge Muslim majority area, 𝗍𝗚𝗀𝗀𝗀. It's very easy for them to catch hold of a Hindu and then kill him, any innocent Hindu, BJP or non-BJP. Now, the Congress and CPM, they are playing the most dangerous game. They say that, oh, this political killings is a matter of concern. This is not political killing. It is a religious killing. Genocide of Hindu society has started in Kerala in their own characteristical manner. You know, throughout the world, how Islam behaves. When they are in a minority, they are so civilized, so polite, so mingling with you. But the more their percentage increases, their behavior changes. This has been illustrated by Pew research. How will they behave when they are 15%? How they behave when they are 20%? And how they will behave when they are 35%. And 35%, 35 to 36 is the cutoff. This happened in Kashmir also. We know. Yeah, Hyderabad is another example. There are so many places. You go to Tirunelveli, you go to Nagarkovil in Tamil Nadu. I am telling you, 20 years back, Nagarkovil market was having a holiday as Sunday. It's universally so. Nothing wrong in that. But now you go to Nagarkovil market is closed on Friday. Who decided this? What made them to decide this? This is because the population of Islam is increasing and population of jihadi is also correspondingly increasing. Now people will say that, oh, Mohandas is blaming the total community for some mischievous act done by a minority. It is not so. It is not so. I am not holding the whole community as culprits, but I am definitely holding the total Muslim community as responsible. You are not culpable, but you are responsible because your silence is encouraging the jihadis. You have never come out vociferously in unequivocal terms to condemn this type of murder. That is some sort of you have become an accomplice to the murder. I am sorry to say that. I will not blame the total Muslims, but they are responsible. They are not culpable. They are not the people who killed somebody, but you are morally responsible. See, nobody can be held vicariously responsible for a killing as per law. But in society, you have a vicarious responsibility. If the son is killing somebody, legally father is not responsible. But the society will hold the father responsible because you didn't brought up your child in a proper manner. That is how he became a murderer. This is the allegation I am raising against the total Muslim population of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Their silence is frightening. It is high time they assert, they make their voices heard. Otherwise, we are going to land up in big trouble. Why in big trouble? Why Kashmir will not repeat? I will tell you. The Hindus are not the old Hindus. The Christians are not the old Christians also. You see, one Christian man by name Manoj was attacked by 150 jihadis for sharing a Facebook post. Okay, no jihadi was held responsible. Instead, the police registered a case against this Manoj, who is already in hospital, under section 295A and 153A, that is creating enmity between religions and offending religious sentiments of a particular community. These are all foolish things in the IPC. In fact, Dr. Swami has filed a case to remove this, repeal this IPC 295A. Hurting religious sentiments, what does it mean? What is religious? What is sentiments? There is no definition particularly for all these things. And the police is free to catch you. That is how Manoj was caught, and he is in jail now. You know, he is a scheduled tribe converted as a Christian. I think he belongs to Pentecostal church. They are running here and there to save you. This is the way Christians are being treated. A bishop, the Pala bishop, he said that he gave a warning to his own people in the church saying that love jihad and this drug jihad, narco jihad is going on. Please be careful. That was his speech. And a case has been filed against him for making a speech to his audience within his church. He was giving advice. He is an old man. He said, "Dekho bhai, ye sab ho raha hai. Please be careful." So for giving such a warning, a case has been registered against Bishop of Pala, an old man, maybe in his 70s. This is the situation in Kerala. But Christians are not old Christians. Hindus are not old Hindus. Therefore, I am telling you with pain that the consequences of encouraging jihadis, whosoever is doing that, is going to be highly dangerous for the society. I am not threatening anybody, but I know the society. I know the present day Hindu society and the present day Christian society. Their retaliation, I am sorry, I have to say, their retaliation would be disproportionate, and jihadis will not be able to withstand that. This is my present assessment of the situation in Kerala.
And viewers, we are taking questions. If you have a few, we will have G Mohandas ji answer those. Lastly, Mohandas ji, now the central government has some arrows in its quiver. First of all, it can, they are under the Constitution. And you are a lawyer, you can perhaps walk through that process to at least that's a process where the center wants the state that clean up your act or you are going to be dismissed under Article 356, right? So you can perhaps walk us through that. And I have one more question, and after that we will throw open the floor for questions. Go ahead, sir.
See, Article 356 is an extreme step. And your Supreme Court will be happy to interfere if you take that step. But before that, the center can do one thing. There is an act called Armed Forces Special Power Act. This type of religious disturbances or subversive activities, when they take place, the center's tool is AFSPA, Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1956. Jawaharlal Nehru passed that act. The act is partially prevailing even today in Manipur, Tripura, Assam. In fact, it was prevailing in Kashmir because they abolished 370. Now they don't need this AFSPA. Punjab was under AFSPA when Rajiv Gandhi was ruling. Punjab was under AFSPA for 13 years, 13 long years. The process is that the central government can declare a particular area. It could be a taluka or a panchayat or a district or even a small ward of the corporation. You have unlimited power to declare a particular area disturbed and then send military there. Armed forces special power. Armed forces will have special power of detention. Troublemakers can be detained. Now, according to our criminal procedure code, if you arrest one man, you have to produce him before the magistrate within 24 hours. And for some reason or the other, he will get bail and he will walk out. But under AFSPA, it is not possible. The military or CRPF, whichever agency is coming, they have unlimited powers to detain somebody by merely producing him before the magistrate and tell that he is a potential troublemaker. We have found that this man is a potential troublemaker. Therefore, we are going to keep him under our custody for 7 days. When Article 370 was removed, your Farooq Abdullah was in house arrest. Omar Abdullah was under house arrest. Mehbooba Mufti was under house arrest. क्या किया ये लोगों ने? कुछ नहीं किया, कुछ नहीं करेंगे. You assert your power properly. Therefore, my request, I sent this request, IRG, way back in 2014 or 15, I don't remember. Rajnath Singh was the Home Minister at that time. I said the Kannur district of Kerala is to be declared as a disturbed area and 𝗚𝗏𝗊 should be applied. There was a big furor. And you know who objected it most? It was my friends in BJP. They ridiculed me, saying that 𝗚 𝗠𝗶𝗊𝗆. But after 5 months, they themselves raised this point to the governor, because governor also can, under the advice of cabinet, governor can declare 𝗚𝗏𝗊. But the thing is, Kerala's cabinet is a jihadi cabinet. They are not going to give any recommendation. Therefore, only center can do that. And center must do that. There are several communally or jihadi sports identified by, not by Mohandas or Amit Shah. These sports were identified by P. Chidambaram. I have the document with me. The 2009 document by Chidambaram, who was the Home Minister at that time. ये कोई बीजेपी का काम नहीं है. These areas were identified by P. Chidambaram. But even he didn't take any action. Congress didn't take any action. Communists didn't take any action. And BJP also pleading helplessness. What to do? Now it is imminent that 𝗚𝗏𝗊 is to be selectively applied in Kerala. That is the solution.
This is my last question before we throw open the floor for questions. Why do you say that this CPIM government is being run by jihadis? Because they have a fairly big majority.
Their majority is the contribution of jihadis. You know, who is the daughter of the chief minister and who is her husband? It is Mohammad Riyas. He, he is a divorcee. Nothing wrong in divorcing somebody's. It is a personal matter. But what was the allegation against him? That he was brutally assaulting his wife. And she is a qualified 𝗚𝗶𝗊𝗆 doctor, you know. Not a mad woman, not a Dehati woman. She said, this man is hitting me badly every day. And they were going towards divorce. Nothing wrong in that. It is their personal matter. I will not comment on anybody's family matter. But what happened afterwards? Mohammad Riyas married the daughter of Pinarayi Vijayan within 1 day of getting the divorce. 1 day. As if he was waiting for the divorce. That was some sort of indirectly justifying the allegation of his previous wife. Now, what happened to Pinarayi Vijayan, I don't know. He helplessly agreed to everything. Everything. This is the way CPM is being invaded by jihadis. Not only through their membership or their leadership, through their families also. Jihadis are operating through their families. So you have a majority, but that majority is provided by me. I am the kingmaker. You have to dance to my tunes. And that is what Pinarayi is doing. You take the case of Halal Jagri in Sabrimala. Halal Jagri was substandard quality and the Devasam board rejected it. The very next day, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan says that halal means eatable. If it is eatable, then why did you reject it? Your own Devasam board rejected it. Because Pinarayi Vijayan cannot cross the line drawn by jihadis. He has become a slave of jihadis. And he doesn't care whether you are a Hindu or a Christian. If you are a non-Muslim, you had it. That's all. But if you are a Muslim, he will not touch you. That is why they get away with whichever statement they make. Now you see, somebody in Muslim League is in opposition now. He shouted, saying that Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, your daughter is a prostitute. Your daughter didn't marry somebody. It is simple prostitution. It is true, according to Islamic law, this is prostitution because Pinarayi Vijayan's daughter has to convert to Islam, then only she can get married. Technically, that man is right. But you see how derogatory is that speech. And no action was taken. Absolutely no action was taken. But if that speech was made by a Hindu, be he a communist or Congress, Christian or Hindu, whosoever he may be, if he was a non-Muslim, definitely he would have been arrested by this time for such a derogatory, filthy remark. I don't subscribe to that remark. He has no right to make such an open statement in a speech. But he made that and got away with that, even though he is in opposition, merely because he is a Muslim. So only Muslims can get justice under this dispensation and administration. When I say that, people say, oh, this is communal statement. I mean, this is not communal statement. This is grievance of a helpless Hindu. And I represent helpless Christians also. I know their feeling. I continuously interact with them. You call a Christian, he will also say the same thing. This is happening in Kerala and part of Tamil Nadu also.
Now, at one point of time, you were the head of the intellectual cell of the BJP of Kerala. Are you still holding any party position now, sir?
I am not holding any party position. That is what I understand. Party has not informed me either. I spoke to the president. I said, I am ready to relinquish my post. That was when he was, Surendran became the president. He said, no, I have not taken any decision on that. After that, he didn't speak to me. And I also didn't call him because having made the offer, I have nothing more to say. But someone in the party told me that the intellectual cell itself is abolished. It is no more. I said, fine. If it is there, it's okay. If it is not there, then also it is okay. This is the situation. So I don't know whether I have answered your question, but I have told you the status.
Well, there's a lot of food for thought here. Dr. Swami wasn't speaking on a whim. He has been following this very closely, and that's why he made that statement that this government must be dismissed if it does not act fast enough. And judging by this conversation, you can make your own conclusions whether this government is going to even lift its little finger to go and do anything. And in the meantime, Kerala's Hindus, Kerala's Christians are being slow cooked over a low fire. And I can't, this is what the impression I get. I hope I'm wrong. And I hope that Mr. Amit Shah does something. If it is too difficult for him, maybe he's handling too much load. Maybe that's something that Prime Minister Modi should look at to see how he can balance the load. I have no idea, but I see a certain helplessness among people, and I think that needs to be eradicated. People have to be able to safely walk in the streets. Mohandas ji, you've told us that the moderate Muslim is continuing to keep mum. That doesn't augur well for them also, because at some point they will also become the targets. So, what is preventing this central government from declaring at least 𝗚𝗏𝗆? Do you know? Can you guess?
It's merely priority. They have bigger problems to attend, and the media in Kerala is downplaying all these issues. National media, the so-called English media, once in a while they make some noise. So government of India has not seriously thought of anything to be done in Kerala. And the Kerala BJP leaders who has to take up the manner, I think that also somewhere it is lacking. That is why government of India takes looks the other way when the issues of Kerala is coming. That is what my assessment. I don't have any internal information of what is going on.
Well, you heard it from the expert. G Mohandas ji has lived all his life in Kerala. He's also called as Kerala's Dr. Swami. Mohandas ji, thank you so much for setting aside time to talk with us and share your thoughts and views. There was another video that we had a hangout of with Mr. Mohandas about a couple of weeks ago, I think, in which he talked about how a PFI spokesperson openly threatened him on TV, in Janam TV. So that links are also available in that video. So take a look at it. This is not good. That's all I can say. Thank you very much, Mohandas ji. Namaskar.
Thank you. Namaskar.